I slept with 3 men and had my first ever orgasm aged 56. Chapter 1 of a 6-part story of woman's journey to sexual fulfillment. Chapter 1: Discovering Desire. Johanna had always been one to defy conventions. From a young age, she carved her own path, eschewing societal expectations in favor of her own happiness. Yet there was one area where she felt she had always been trailing behind: her sexuality. Even at the ripe age of 56, she had never experienced an orgasm. It wasn't that she hadn't tried. Indeed, she had had her fair share of partners and liaisons, but none ever brought her to that fabled peak. On a sunny afternoon, she found herself sitting in a cafe across from her old friend Lisa, who was bursting with a newfound sense of vibrancy and joy. Lisa had always been more adventurous, and her recent exploits made Johanna envious and curious in equal measure. They had met to exchange pleasantries and catch up on their lives, but Johanna couldn't help but steer the conversation toward the topic that had been burning in her mind. "Lisa, you seem different," Johanna admitted over her half-empty cappuccino. "It's like you found some kind of secret elixir of life." Lisa chuckled and leaned in, her eyes twinkling with mischief. "Joe, I've rediscovered something marvelous," she confessed. "Sex." Johanna blinked, a blush creeping up her cheeks. She had expected an adventurous trip or maybe a new job, not this. "You're telling me sex is your secret?" Lisa nodded, a knowing smile playing on her lips. "Not just any sex, mind you. I mean satisfying, mind-blowing sex. I mean orgasms." The word hung in the air between them, bold and defiant. Johanna felt an unfamiliar stir in her heart, a blend of curiosity and longing. She'd read about orgasms, heard whispered tales of its earth-shattering power, but it had always seemed like a myth, a tale spun to sell romantic novels. "And you believe I can experience this at my age?" Johanna asked, her skepticism evident. Lisa responded with a firm nod. "Absolutely, Joe. Age is just a number. It's about exploring your own desires, understanding your body. It's about finding the right partner, or partners." Johanna left the cafe that day with a tumultuous whirlwind of thoughts. Could she really embark on this journey, chase this elusive pleasure at her age? Would it not be awkward, a tad too late? But as she pondered, she found herself drawn to the idea. A missing piece of her life suddenly seemed within reach. She had a respectable job, a lovely home, a son who was grown and out of the house. She had time and a newfound curiosity that was becoming harder and harder to ignore. She decided then and there she was going to chase that peak, explore the contours of her desire, and discover what it felt like to truly embrace her sexuality. That night she sat in front of her laptop, her heart pounding in her chest as she typed out the words, "How to have an orgasm after 50. The search results filled the screen, an overwhelming array of articles, guides and resources. Yet she didn't feel daunted. Instead, she felt a thrill she hadn't experienced in a long time. The thrill of embarking on a new adventure, a journey of self-discovery and pleasure. And so her quest began. This is chapter 1 of a 6-part story. The next chapter is chapter 2, The Erotic Education. Please subscribe to the Romance Diaries on YouTube to hear the other 5 chapters.